The 11th night bonfires took place in Northern Ireland yesterday or last night, okay, held on July 11th, before the 12th of July. And what it is, for those who don't know, is to celebrate the Protestant King William of Orange's victory over Catholic King James II at the Battle of Boyne in 1690. That'll tell you how old Irish heritage is, okay, first and foremost. Secondly, it says primary using wood pallets sometimes, or household waste or tires. These bonfires occur in the Protestant loyalist neighborhoods accompanied by street parties and loyalist marching bands. Okay, it's for the people up the north of Ireland. I live in the Republic, and so does 5 million people. The Northern Ireland is part of England, okay, part of the UK really. And you know, it's basically, yeah, they've had those 6 counties for the last how many years, you know, 100. But it's crazy to see this because the actual bonfire itself is insane, okay? It says, controversies arise from the burning of Irish tricolours that were at the top of it. Effigies, which was basically a boat, and I'll show you, hopefully I have a picture here of it. There's a boat basically with refugees inside it, and it was saying, you know, stop the boats, you know, burst the boats, basically, don't let the boats come. Because now they're saying that loyalists and, you know, people from the Republic of Ireland are coming together to hate on the migrants and illegal immigration, okay? It says nationalist symbols seen as sectarian alongside environmental concerns from toxic fumes. So it hits all the pointers, okay? Not only does it hate on us from the Republic, it also flipping hates on the migrants, okay, the illegals, which, I mean, the North and South do agree there's too many goddamn people. Mass immigration's crazy, okay? And also, there's alleged thefts and pallets, thefts of the pallets, guys. So it's also breaking the law there. It's also breaking the law from toxic fumes. So it's just a complete shit show that they do every single year. Large bonfires such as Craigie Hill in Larne, which use around 8,000 pallets for a 210 feet structure in 2003, drew attention. But, you know, this bonfire yesterday, guys, was absolutely huge. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It says, stop the boats. Veterans before refugees, which I agree on. Okay, of course. And then it says underneath, stop all illegal immigration. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone can disagree with that. But obviously, guys, the message of burning the Irish tricolour and stuff is a bit strange because, you know, you hopefully want to see peace in the north. You know, you never want to see this kind of crazy fucking, you know, going nuts, trying to start any wars again. Like, I'm not a chicken hawk, guys. If you're in the army, you know, you don't want to see flipping, you know, any wars start again. And wars starting is just crazy, guys. It's just absolutely crazy. But I noticed that key on this year's sort of effigy, okay, which are on the pallets this year, was that effigy of the migrants that they burnt down. The whole thing burnt to a crisp, of course. But it was interesting to see, guys, because a lot of people now, North and South, are understanding there's a lot of illegal immigration coming in, and it's just completely ruining the countries completely. Today, we have probably the most insane video or picture I've ever seen in my life. This is the figures of PPS numbers, PPS, and it's like your national security number that you get so you can work here in Ireland, okay? PPS numbers of the country of origin. What would be the equivalent in the US would be your social security number. I don't even know what they have in the UK, but your PPSN number, like it's like a flipping number that you get so you can work and live and reside in the country, okay? It says that over 1.3 million PPS numbers have been issued to non-Irish people since 2015. That is insane, guys. Let's look at this. So 2015 to 2024 is what the actual graph shows. And Ireland is by far the biggest, guys. 10 times the amount of immigration that the US has. We have by far the most immigration of any country in Europe. Look at places like Croatia, or Cyprus, sorry. Croatia has quite a bit of immigration. Cyprus have like 42 people. Like it's just none, barely any, you know. But in Ireland, it's just 75,000 for 2015. 73,000 for 2016, and it goes on and on and on, and it's getting a little bit lower. By 2024, it's 62,990. That is insane, guys. That is just it's unbelievable. I can't even fathom these numbers, guys. These numbers is just like ridiculous. These are official numbers of the Department of Social Protection, okay? Also, these are international people, okay? PPS numbers issued by country of origin, non-EU countries from 2015 to 2024. Look at these places. Look at the US, guys. Let's just take, the biggest country, most whatever. 3,000 only. I mean, it's completely crazy. We have damn near 10, 20 times more than them. It's ludicrous. India, we have far more than India at 25,000 by 2024. Okay, these countries' numbers are nothing to us, guys. I mean, we are taking in an outrageous amount of people, and nobody's fucking working. And look at the end result of this, guys. It says that 50% increase in refugees applying for local housing lists in 2024. So not only do we not have houses for our own people and our own citizens, Irish people with passports and whatever, ethnically Irish people, there's 15,000 homeless people here. There's, 100,000 flipping houses that are left derelict and idle in Ireland. We also have a 50% increase in refugees applying for Irish housing lists. I mean, the numbers are just mind-boggling. People don't understand. I remember I said this like 10 years ago because I went to England in 2013 and I said, this country's a hellhole. This is long before even I had social media. I didn't have social media. I didn't have YouTube. I think I joined YouTube 2013, but I didn't start posting until 3 years ago. But I didn't post to YouTube. I was doing like fitness and this kind of stuff. I remember going to England and being like, what is this dystopian hellhole? It was just every nationality. I was like, this is just mind-boggling, crazy. But there was crime out of control. It was just ludicrous. Then I said, well, we're a half an hour flight to Dublin, to flipping Sligo, to Cork. These are only a couple hours away flights. The massive understatement. I said to myself, maybe in 20 years' time, this will be a problem. Within not even 10 years, within 5 years later, guys, in 2019, the shit just exploded, guys. We had a hellhole of a storm coming with flipping tons of refugees, a housing crisis like crazy. I mean, everything just hit the fan at once. There was no housing crisis in 2013. This only happened recently, and it's going to get worse, guys. 2025, the numbers haven't even been published yet because the year is only half over. This is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. It is absolutely crazy. The whole North war that we're having with the North, I don't side with any loyalists. I hope there's still peace. I don't really give a shit about Northern Ireland like in that way, okay? It would be great to see a unified country. Absolutely, because of course it is Ireland. It is the Republic of Ireland. They stole it from us, okay? The British did steal it from us, guys, and it's sort of like might is right, it's bullshit, it's a bullshit fallacy. But they own it, but our primary concern is about the North in a way, but it's also about this housing crisis, these kind of issues, crime. It's crazy, guys. We got to try and, perfect the Republic of Ireland, and then we can start trying to do this Northern thing, because everyone's fighting with each other. This sort of like, what color, class, or creed you are, if you're bourgeoisie, you're a Philistine, you're flipping whatever, guys, you're flipping broke. People should be coming together to solve these issues together, guys, because these issues are bigger than anything else. It's just crazy, man. So let me know your thoughts. I love you all. If you want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today. And yeah, we got 10 members, guys, so I really appreciate it. We're going to blast social media and all these sort of, Irish Mirror and, Irish Times and Irish Independent, all these other news platforms. We're going to blow them out the water, okay? I already, hopefully get more views and everything in the last few months, so I really appreciate that. If you guys like the videos, share them to people, like them, and I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.